What's up, Welcome back to Nowstalgia. Dave here with a review of the wonderful story of Henry Sugar, the new short film from Wes Anderson out on Netflix now, starring Benedict Cumberbatch. Yeah, the second Wes film of the year, a short film, only 41 minutes, but I think a welcome surprise to get two things from Wes in a given year. Of course, Asteroid City came out back in June, reviewed that, liked it quite a bit. Check the link below for that. Wonderful story of Henry Sugar, I thought was pretty good. It's a short film, so it has, I think, smaller ambitions, obviously, but it also moves at a pretty brisk pace to make up for that. This is, of course, an adaptation of a Roald Dahl short story. Wes Anderson, a natural fit to adapt. Dahl, of course, already have done this in the past with the fantastic Mr. Fox to great effect. And this is, of course, on the heels of Netflix dropping a large bag for the rights to all of the Roald Dahl stories. $686 million for those rights. And the wonderful story of Henry Sugar is actually the first of four shorts Wes Anderson is making adapting Dahl. And from what we understand, those other shorts are actually already filmed. So I'd imagine we'll be getting at least one of them next year. So pretty cool. But yeah, this is, I think, it's done. It's done, I think, with a lot of care, but also really interesting filmmaking. Honestly, Cumberbatch, notably, actually a newcomer to Wes Anderson. Obviously, Wes Anderson, famous for his ensemble cast, famous for working with the same set of actors over and over again. Right? Cumberbatch is a great fit for what Anderson does great in this. But I just kind of assumed he had already been in a Wes Anderson movie at some point in time, but actually not the case until now. But we also encounter Ray Fiennes, Dev Patel, and Richard Adeoye. And I think it's a pretty brisk story. I was actually not familiar with the short coming into this, but the story of Henry Sugar, who is this rich man who learns the ability to see without his eyes, or just, learns the ability to basically see no matter what from a book, and uses it to pursue making money via gambling, basically finding a way to cheat, you know. And the way I think the framing device with the storytelling is pretty wise and makes this feel like a pretty fully contained story, despite being a short film and only 41 minutes in length, where we have a series of narrators and we have a series of stories being told within the story. So we actually learn, get introduced to Henry Sugar with Ray Fiennes being a narrator, telling us some stuff about him. And we quickly encounter Henry Sugar finding a book, opening that book, and learning the story of Imran Khan, who is a Indian man from the past who had learned the ability to see without his eyes. And from there, we then get transported back in time and encounter Dev Patel's doctor character and Imran Khan, played by Ben Kingsley, of course, and we learn about how he was able to teach himself to see from a guru. And that story's all told. We even go back in the past with Khan telling us how he learned things, back into the present of that moment with Patel, doctor character, learning some things. And all of this is under, the surface of Henry Sugar learning this history from a book. And, it kind of fits with the nesting doll, aesthetic that you expect from Wes Anderson, and the production of this film fits that as well. The sets, the staging of the movie is very theatrical, really meant to invoke a stage play, even more so than what you get in Asteroid City, which, was like a play within the movie, within the play, however that went. That was kind of big, oh, this is actually a play. But like the production of Henry Sugar, you have backdrops coming in and out. You have props moving in and out of frame. You have like stage hands taking things off the characters as they're speaking to the camera. It's very theatrical, and I think it really works to serve the story. It's a lot of like single rooms primarily are all these takes, but I think that really works. And also the dialogue is just rapid fire. It's constant talking, basically. And that, I think, obviously you got to keep up with it. It's a lot to process. I saw a review describe it as an audiobook on like 4 times speed. It's a pretty apt description. You got to keep up, but I think the speed of that dialogue combined with, I think, the efficiency of the staging and the production makes it feel like a fully formed story. And I'm definitely curious to see how these other shorts go. I have no reason to expect them not to be good, but yeah, I thought everyone involved was great. Always nice to see Dev Patel. He's awesome. Um, yeah, and Kingsley kind of giving a fun, very dry, deadpan performance. He's good as well. But yeah, I would love to get more fully formed feature films from Wes as well. But he also seems to be someone who works very, very fast. He's always in production on the next thing while he's promoting the current thing. So I have no worries there. So I'm sure we'll be hearing from at least one of these shorts next year, and I'm sure we'll hear about the next feature film starting to sign on talent and whatnot next year as well, because that's just how Wes moves. But let me know, how do you feel about the wonderful story of Henry Sugar? Were you disappointed in its brevity? Did you feel like it kind of nailed everything despite the briefness, like me? And for more movie reviews, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.